So we have here the National Volleyball Invitational Tournament here. We have one matchup here. Play in the NIVC, the National Invitational Volleyball Championship. And Bowling Green beat Binghamton 3-1. These were the champions of their leagues. Bowling Green was the champion of the MAC Conference, the Mid-American Conference. Bowling Green was 16-2 in Mid-American Conference play. Lost in their conference tournament semifinals. They advanced through the quarters, then lost in the semis. Binghamton, there's only top 4 seeds make it to the America East tournament. And Binghamton lost in the semis of their tournament as well. As the 1 seed, so 2 teams that lost their conference tournaments as the 1 seed. And where Binghamton lost at home, the America East tournament was hosted by them. As the 1 seed hosts the America East Conference tournament for. So that was. And so, but these had a chance to get that their memory, and advance, play in the National Invitational Volleyball Championship, get a win, see if you can get a win in the tournament. And it's not the tournament you're hoping you're playing in. You're hoping you play in the NCAA tournament, but if you don't make it there, this is the next best option for the schools, and the players, and the coaching staffs to be able to give their players, it's more for the schools to say, hey, it's not the schools aren't necessarily declining their rotations as a behalf of the school. It's more like a lot of these schools want to do it because they want to be able to get more experience for their players, be able to have them play in postseason, have them, be able to keep their seasons on longer. A lot of these players, some of these players might play professional level, whether it's, in one of the leagues in the United States, one of the overseas countries overseas in Europe, or maybe South America, or Asia, or wherever, but maybe overseas, but where it's more established. But still, a lot of these players are probably not going to ever play professional level despite making Division 1. A lot of these probably aren't, because you're competing with overseas talent as well, overseas. So, so it's so it's kind of nice for these players to be able to get another chance to play for a championship. Get some extra practices get some extra practices. That's what's so cool about this, is you're able to get a few extra practices. You might not practice. You still might practice. But what if you're the number 1 seed and you're automatically going to make it to the NIVC, and then you're going to get invited, and you accept it, you're obviously going to still practice, still play, but you're not going to do a practice like you're playing against anyone in particular, though. Then when you know your opponent, you might do a day of prep. They probably did a day of prep. Maybe an early practice on Tuesday morning. Or at least Monday they had practice, and then Tuesday for Bowling Green, maybe Tuesday morning, and then they went to Binghamton from New York, went all the way to Bowling Green. So, and then we had that was 3-1 Bowling Green won 25-18, 25-21, then lost the third set 21-25, then 25-15 in favor of Bowling Green in set 4. and Wright State got the bye, but they gave the host to Bowling Green, and so they're going to play Thursday at 7 p.m. There's a bunch of matchups playing here. We have tomorrow on the 5th, we have Utah at Wyoming University, Utah Valley versus Washington State, playing at 6 Eastern, and Idaho State, Wyoming, the host school, playing at 9 Eastern. The winners will play on the 6th. And then we got Stephen and Austin in the first round. We have UT Rio Grande Valley, University of Texas at Rio Grande Valley, playing Arkansas State at 4 Eastern, and Jackson State against Stephen at Stephen F. Austin at 7 p.m. And then that's on the 5th at 7 Eastern. Then we have Bowling Green Wright State at 7 Eastern on the 5th of December. And then we have at DePaul University Lindenwood. Lindenwood is all the OVC. Omaha is all the Summit League at 5 Eastern. Toledo is all the MAC, while DePaul is all the Big East. And then we have UT Rio Grande Valley. They're all the WAC. Arkansas State's all the Sun Belt. Jackson State is all the SWAC. Stephen F. Austin is all the WAC as well. And they have Utah Valley of the WAC. As well. Washington State's of the West Coast Conference. Idaho State's of the Big Sky. And Wyoming is on the Mountain West. And then we have Bowling Green on the map, Wright State on the horizon. And then we have a couple games in East Carolina. We have Big East UConn at versus Mercer in a Mercer out of the SoCon, the Southern Conference. That's at 4 Eastern. Then you got Winthrop. They're taking on East Carolina. East Carolina is out of the American Conference. That is at 6 Eastern. And then there are going to be the winners of the games on the 5th playing on the 6th. And then we have a couple games on the 6th. Weber State taking on Pacific at 3 Eastern. Winner of that takes on Arizona at Arizona. And then we have on the 6th, we have 2 games at Georgia Southern. Durham Corral out of the Big Sky, and Appalachian State out of the Sun Belt. And then Southeast Missouri State out of the OVC, taking on Georgia State Southern out of the Sun Belt. That's at 6 Eastern. Then we have, also I want to say that Winthrop, I believe, is out of the SoCon as well, I believe. So, no, Winthrop's out of the Big South. They're out of the Big South. Mercer's out of the SoCon. And then we have that. We have 3 games, 3 first-round games on the 6th. Well, most of the first-round games are on the 5th, and then the second-round games will be on the 6th. Most of them are. But you do have one on the 4th and one on the 5th. You do. And you have a few first-rounders on the 6th, 3 of them. And then a few second-rounders on the 7th. When you have the winner, and then you have a first-round matchup on the 7th, where North Carolina A&T plays host to St. John's at 6 Eastern at the campus of Virginia University on the 7th. North Carolina A&T is out of the Coastal Athletic Association of St. John's on the Big East, and then Virginia is out of the ACC. So we'll see what goes on, but this is going to be the last chance for Whip Around here. This is going to be the last little bit for Whip Around here. Last chance for Whip Around here. There will be a little bit of Whip Around here. There's not going to be a ton of Whip Around here from the the National National Invitational Volleyball Championship. There's not going to be a lot of whip around, but there's going to be a little bit of whip around.